Hey, what's going on, you guys? It's Chris over at Arbutus RV here in Nanaimo. Today we're going to go through one of the smaller fifth wheels that you can get at really features well as a bunkhouse. Let's check this one out. So as far as bunkhouses go, this is one of the nicer units from Grand Design that's a little more compact. What I like about this guy is it carries a lot of the durability and a lot of the fit and finish features you expect to see on the Reflection lineup. But the weight and the size is a little more respectable as far as what you're going to have to deal with on the day-to-day. So we're just going to quickly kind of go through here and pick out a couple of features as we go. So this guy has got, I believe, electric leveling jacks all throughout. So that's one big difference between the Reflection and the Solitude. I'm looking at a solar disconnect switch as well as a regular power disconnect switch. And this has got a 60 amp solar controller on here. So the solar setup already is fairly substantial. There's also a inverter tapped in there as well too. So that's a 1,000 watt inverter. So for those of you that are dealing with coffee makers to CPAP machines, you get that flexibility. So for the weight side of life, gross weight on this is 10,195 pounds and your unloaded weight is 8,080 pounds. So probably a little too heavy for a half ton, but those of you with a 3/4 ton, this would be more than easy to pull around. So over on this side here, as you would see with the majority of Grand Design products, you've got your hookup station, you plumb in for down low, you set your water up here, and then you kind of divert the water using the Nautilus station here. You have a hot and cold shower tap that plugs, that this plugs into, so you have an outdoor shower with its own pump. Then you get your cable and satellite connections here, power connection down low, and then the controls for your leveling system here. And peeking around the corner, I do see the tire link system there, so that lets you keep an eye on what's going on with your tires while in transport. So your furnace is tucked away over here. It's not on the campsite, it's over on this side, which is kind of nice, so that if you'd like, you're like me, you want to put a table on the other side underneath the awning for outdoor cook stations and whatnot, you're not going to run into that exhaust port burning or melting things on you. This right beside it is your hot water on demand system from Furion, so that's a nice thing to have too. So you're not dealing with a hot water tank anymore. You don't have to limit your showers, which is always a good thing. Down low, I see a set of alloy wheels. Those red discs, or I guess brake drum covers, what those are is signifying to me that this has ABS brakes. I did spot Goodyear tires on here as well. Always nice to have. So there are two cleanouts on this guy. One's going to be for black and gray. The other one's just for your gray. That's one thing that you run into when you have a split bathroom and kitchen. Now in the very back here, I'll see if I can do this one-handed. Ooh, nicely done. Is this humongous storage area here. So the front doesn't have as much storage, but boy, you could fit everybody's camping chairs and more right in the back here, which is great. There's a hitch down low. This is more ideal for those of you with like e-bikes and whatnot. I apologize for the highway, it is very loud. Big monster awning here, so I was just talking about that. So you'll notice no ports, nothing here that's going to cause you any issues. So you can set up your tables for all your outdoor kitchen and whatnot. I do see a little plumb through here. I'm just trying to see if there's a propane interconnect. There's not, but I do see plumbing for it. So it'd be really easy for us to set that up if that's important to you. Now we're just going to head on inside here. So right out of the gate, this has got a nice big entertainment area and kitchen. So you've got booth dinette, so you can easily get, 2 adults, 2 kids at least, possibly more in there. Pull out couch over here. So that's going to sit right kitty corner of the larger TV. That looks to be about a 45 inch TCL. You've got some nice cabinetry up above here just for storage of board games and whatnot, or all your extra plates and stuff that you aren't using, because it is a little higher up, so something to keep in mind for us shorter folks. Now I'm just peeking at the windows here. Those appear to be a single pane, not a dual pane, so you do lose a little thermal rigidity. For you wintertime campers, it could be important. Now the kitchen, the one thing Grand Design always does really well is a lot of counter space, a lot of storage too. So there's cabinetry all over. And they're good sized drawers too. So if you're packing everything to go do all your, your board games and stuff like that, or stuff for outside, and then over here you've got your pots and pans and whatnot, you've got that space to kind of just pack everything along with you. You'll notice underneath the sink, there's a lot more space kind of tucked around the corner there as well. I wish they would have done like a corner cabinet like you'd see in a house with a Lazy Susan, but I'm getting a little fussy there. Stainless sink here with a spray attachment on there, a spray function. Over on this side, here's your 12-volt compressor fridge. You guys hear me talk about these fridges a lot. They're really nice. They reach peak temperature inside of a couple hours, so there's no guesswork on whether or not the thing's getting cold. By the time you're done finished packing this thing, your fridge should already be cold and cooling down all your goodies. So this is the bunk area. So 2 very generous double bunks on here. So, you know, for larger kids, even an adult could crash back there in a jiff, which is kind of nice. Each one has its own power port and USB port, and that's USB A and C. So depending on what your phone is, that gives you some flexibility. I am noticing there's not one on the bottom area here, so that could be a problem for the kids. They may need to share. And then for cabinetry space and closet space, for 2, this isn't too bad. My kids, technically, they live out of their bags when we're camping, but really easy to set this up for them in here. And then when they are, you know, in here and set up and want things quiet, nice pocket door closes the whole room off. Or if they're not with you, you know, you can just kind of keep that area secluded. So let's head up to the other end here. So bathroom's gonna be a little more minimalist, as you would expect on a trailer this size, but you know, it's still really functional. The shower stall, so it's actually got a properly sunken shower basin, which I like because I'm 6 feet tall. So I'm just stepping in here. I don't feel like I'm stepping on plastic. This actually feels nice and secure. Nice fixture here for the shower itself. There's a nice LED up above. Again, I'm 6 feet tall. I peek up just over this bar, so you taller guys who are 6'2", 6'3", can still fit in here pretty comfortably. So hot and cold, obviously, over here. A little bit of storage for your linen and whatnot. Medicine cabinet up above. So it's nice and wide, not too deep, but nice and wide. Your hot water on demand controls are here, which is kind of a nice touch, so you can keep people from burning themselves or get into trouble with that system. Queen bed, no slide out, so that's sometimes a knock for some people. But you know what? Depending on how you're using this, it's you know, it's just a place to come and crash. There's a good amount of storage up above, so you can roll up some clothes or towels and tuck them in there. You've got these little nightstands. And on both sides of the bed, there is power ports with USB A and C charge ports as well. And then the bonus area. So you got a full closet here with a pair of drawers down low, just to help with that storage conversation for your clothing and whatnot, which is good. But yeah, this is, you know, again, for the size, you're probably right around 30 feet overall for this. It's a 27-foot floor plan. Pardon me, we list this at 32 feet 3 inches. So it's a nice compact size. It's not going to take up your entire yard when you're storing it. But boy, has it got some flexibility to it when you are out and enjoying it. So if you have any questions on this more specifically, or anything I didn't cover, certainly let me know. Phone number's at the end of the video. Thanks for watching.